Zach, I'm fond of the quote from Danny Phantom. I don't know how to use my powers, but at least I know how not to use them better than you. Zach, we're recording.
Hello, everyone.
Hello,
Uh,
it's me.
I'm
It's
trying to
us.
come up with a fun. I'm trying to come up with a fun, unrelated anecdote for the beginning of the episode,
Oh my
and
god.
all of them are either a great way to dox myself or wholly too dark and inappropriate.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Please do not worry, Zach. I came prepared today.
you came prepared. Excellent,
Oh, I sure did. Zach, I got something I want to talk about because I went down a rabbit hole recently.
excellent. Hold on, I do want to say that I'm actually currently, as we're recording this, making emotes for our Discord server, which you can join with a link in the description below this video.
Yeah, and
There may or may
also
not be a Torment one.
if you want to, you can also subscribe if you feel like doing that. It's down below. Uh, I'm
People have been doing
I'm
that a lot recently.
I'm told that uh, very good things will happen to me and my family if I tell you to hit the bell icon. And hold on, no, move it up a little bit. No, I am not reading this off of a teleprompter. Yes.
You can put the gun down now.
Do you think that YouTube uh, like shadow restricts a video like it does when we swear if we use the word gun?
Only one way to find out.
Yeah, we're doing science. Zach, I went down a
Yes,
brief rabbit hole.
excellent. I want to
As
hear about this rabbit hole.
as you may know, our membership is growing somewhat rapidly.
So, what's the house words of House Tyrell?
Fucking confirmed. Uh,
We just swore in the beginning of this call.
ours is the furry.
Uh,
Dang it! No, now there's two independent variables.
you also swore in the beginning of this.
I know.
We can't do the science now.
Yeah, we can't. The test is invalid now. My stats teacher's gonna be so fucking mad at me.
No, let's see. By the way, the joke is that Tyrell's house words are growing strong.
Ooh, ooh, baby.
I think we've made this joke before, but it's always worth repeating.
Actually, I think that might be the first one.
That might be the first House Tyrell's house words are about a penis joke we've made because it seems like it's been like a free space for us.
In the comments, please tell me if we've done that particular joke before. Zach, I have.
He's put it on the interesting nerd wiki.
Yes, will someone please make us a wiki and then put that on it?
Yeah,
Zach,
yes.
Zach,
Have a page called Dick Jokes.
no, no. Mr. Jokes was my father. Call me Dick.
Richard's a little too formal.
Zach, I have a thing. I want to talk about a thing, okay?
Tell me the thing.
I want to talk about a thing. I'm gonna draw an Amogus, and then you're all gonna look at this Amogus, and then we're gonna talk about a thing. I, as you may know, we have a lot of really cool, really nerdy people around in this weird little god awful community we've started building. We have some super nerdy subscribers, and I have talked
Yes.
to a bunch of them, and I want to reiterate this. All right, if you subscribe to this channel, if you comment, if you subscribe publicly, if you interact in any way, like there's a very real chance that I have gone and looked at the stuff that you have like I've gone and watched your if you have videos, I've gone and watched them, right? Uh,
As have I at least a few times.
it's so
Not
much
as
fun.
prolifically, but like yes.
uh the
It's small enough at this point that like we can read every comment we get. We can see like every subscriber as they come in,
yeah.
and we're just overjoyed every single time.
There's that one person who does those banjo tutorial shorts, which, as I
Yeah,
understand, continue to like they're still doing well. They're continue to upload. Uh,
I love to hear that.
there's one subscriber whose account is truly flooded with like literally dozens of hyper specific programming tutorials. Like like the most niche nonsense in the world. And like so granular. It's amazing. It's incredible. I have
Interesting.
I have found use from those programming tutorials, by the way. And
That's good
I want to talk about somebody in
because you
particular.
do coding, which I don't do.
I do some programming, yes.
I would probably get used to the banjo tutorials because I do someday want to pick up the banjo.
Yes, I have a lot of trouble with the kazooie tutorials, but banjo I picked up. Um, never mind. It's a video game. Um,
Yes, yes.
Hi everyone, Peter Griffin
I
here.
appreciate the joke.
Uh, we have a relatively new member of the membership who has exactly one uploaded video.
Really?
That video is a, I'm confident, entirely legally obtained copy of the 1997 movie The Magic Pearl. This is a 1997 animated film that I am certain is like over the course of this discussion, someone's childhood is going to be is like some beacon is going to light up 20 years ago and they are going to remember watching The Magic Pearl. All right, have you seen this? Are you aware of this movie, Zach?
Um, no.
Okay, neither was I. Please feel free to Google it because it's incredible. It features Sai Chin, who appeared in both Casino Royale and You Only Die Twice in 2006 and 1967, respectively. As well as noted George Takei. Uh,
Wow.
it doesn't have a Wikipedia page. Honest to God, this YouTube video, which is only 60 minutes of a 90-minute movie, by the way, this YouTube
Huh?
video may be one of the only surviving hosts of this movie. Its IMDb page features only 41 ratings, and one review raving about how the movie is excellent and encouraging the reader to go to their local video store and rent The Magic Pearl. That review
Wow.
is from the year of our Lord 2001. I
What?
yeah, that's what I said, Zach. You heard me.
I did. I heard exactly what you said.
This is the third review
Every word
ever
of it.
put on IMDb or something. And
I don't doubt this.
it contains George Takei doing his George Takei villain laugh, which is very good. Now, I should
Is
note
it flamboyantly decay, as you would say?
it's very
I I love George Takei
Me
or
too.
Takai. I'm not sure exactly how it's supposed to be pronounced, but he's just so wonderful and like the like honor and prestige he like brings to every role. Like he's such a phenomenal actor on top of being a living meme.
Yeah, he's
Like
so good.
like he talks about still to this day. Like this is how I portrayed Sulu because that's how Gene wanted him to be, and I did everything I could to keep true to Gene's original vision of the character. And it's like, wow, that's like really impressive. And then he's like finding like homophobes and being like, ah. The worst part is you don't even know that I will turn you gay, something like that.
oh, oh my.
Oh my.
damn, damn it,
He's
Takei.
amazing.
He
I
appears
love
he
that man.
appears in this film. He voice acts in this film. It has this really lovely, really cute 1997 animation, and Zach, this exemplifies why I enjoy the thing that we do here, right? This
Yes.
stupid flippin' thing that we do here. I I am exposed to new and ridiculous things. In the Discord, I learned about the car, the Gremlin, today. Literally like
Yeah,
20 minutes ago. You were
yeah,
there.
yeah, I was. I was talking about it because it was famously the car that my dad owned when he met my mother. I guess not met 'cause they met in high school, but like when they like first very much knew were getting to know each other. he owned one, which is interesting.
Yeah.
That somebody thought that you and not me would drive a gremlin. Okay.
Yes.
It's in
People
my genes, apparently.
people in the Discord have been speculating on what cars we drive, and I find that funny.
I can't believe neither of us has ever complained about our car. It seems like something we would have done at some point.
Uh,
We both have our complaints with our vehicles, I feel.
yes. Zach, one more point on the film The Magic Pearl. Now, I am not familiar with the sort of I want to put a disclaimer here. I am unfamiliar with whether or not this movie is problematic in retrospect. I don't know. I didn't watch it as a kid. I watched it as an adult and I wasn't sober. So I can't speak on it. What I do know is that George Takei is awesome, and it contains the line, quote, "You're under arrest for imitating a totally lame clown." And that's a good line.
Yes, that's very good. That's incredible.
I like this thing we do, Zach. I like this thing we do. It's
I
very
I I,
fun.
yeah, I cannot say enough how much I enjoy everything we do on this
Oh,
channel. And the crazy thing is, like, there's an audience for the stuff that we never would have had an audience for before. Like our Halloween video, like we put it out there being like nobody's gonna watch this, and well, I'm not gonna say it performed like gangbusters. Like it's been watched. People
yes.
have like opined on it. People have said, "Ooh, thanks for the suggestion." That's all I ever wanted from this adventure in the first place. So the fact that that's happening at all warms my heart.
Yeah, and it turns out that some people, like, as long as we put whatever ramble we want at the beginning of an episode, people just watch it.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. All right, please leave your thoughts on the Halloween video below. Zach, I have a theory for you.
Yes. Although it's not your theory, nor is it mine.
No, this one, hold on. Let's not spoil that one. That in the next video,
What? I thought that was this video.
that
We
is
can make
not
it
this
this one.
video. This one is mine, Zach. This one's mine.
Oh,
In the
oh.
next video,
Spoilers.
we will have a theory from a viewer. A theory submitted from a viewer. I'm not going to spoil it, but that'll be upcoming. It's going to be great. And I'm
That's
really excited about
I'm excited about that as well. Uh my
it.
one of my roommates might have a theory for us, which is gonna be
Ooh.
interesting. Uh
Okay. Zach, I have a
so
theory.
that'll be,
Okay.
we'll get to the era of this being an open forum where people can come submit their theories
Yeah.
to us.
I mean, if people want to submit their theory, like the person who submitted this, it is a fantastic, fully baked through theory, with like, God, I think like 45 pieces of evidence. I love it. It's spectacular. If like, I will absolutely not stop you from submitting theories to the theory email address below. Okay, Zach, are you ready?
Yes, I
Okay,
am always ready.
here we go. Uh, in a Game of Thrones, we've changed fonts, by the way. Uh, I don't care whether or not you like it. In a Game of Thrones, Bran Stark is is targeted for assassination. Uh,
Interesting.
we'll go ahead and shrink this bad boy. Boom. There it is. We're starting out real simple.
Is this a cat's paw theory? So this has gotten some notoriety recently. The cat's paw.
Sure has.
I believe Preston Jacobs made a video calling it the biggest plot hole in the Song of Ice and Fire
He
series,
has. He has. Uh
and a lot of people like. There's an official explanation, uh, sort of, in the books, which is that Joffrey sent the cat's paw,
Tyrion
but
and Jamie think Joffrey sent the cat's paw.
The problem with that is it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, the problem with that is it's stupid.
Yes.
Is that how you spell Jamie?
Hold on.
So
I'm still making you look.
I rewatched the trial of Jamie Lannister, and it turns out that I don't know how to spell Jamie, and that hasn't changed.
That's how you spell Jamie. Yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
there it is. There it is, Zach. There it is. That's the video. That's what we're doing.
uh, interesting.
Yeah.
So I've always had a problem with this explanation. It's too intelligent for Joffrey, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Uh, Joffrey is not would like have the subtlety to hire an assassin. He would do it himself, poorly. Uh, and like every other like whack that could have been, or he would have like told the guard to do it very like loudly. And this is before we see Joffrey at his like absolute most power hungry. That happens later, so it kind of feels like retroactive justification. Like like Joffrey is a whiny asshole when he's in Winterfell, but he doesn't have like his murder boner that he adopts later quite yet.
This is
That
very
we
true.
see that evolve.
And this
Um,
and what they go like he's not the wisest person in the world, or he's not the wisest crone in the Hag's Hut, but he's not stupid. He's not outright stupid. The solution given in the books is that Joffrey ordered Bran's assassination to impress Robert.
which what that would not impress
That
Robert.
would not impress Robert.
No,
You're killing his best friend's kid.
yeah,
That would not impress Robert.
Robert might have said something like, you know, he deserves to not suffer, like, but like the idea of Joffrey misinterpreting that is one thing. The idea of him acting on it is an entirely separate, kind of ridiculous thing.
Yes. So
Uh,
I think I think that there's some holes here.
so there's a lot of directions you can go here, right?
Mm-hmm.
The the way that if you want to go full on ridiculous, right? This is just part of the chess game that time traveling Bran is playing, right?
Oh my
That's
God, we need to acknowledge the likelihood that everything is time traveling Bran. But continue.
yeah, like in theory, like if we want to go bank shot, like wildest explanation, this is an attempt to kill Bran before he starts with his time traveling, before he starts with his association with Bloodraven, all that stuff.
Why you
Uh,
think this is the great other doing some timey wimey shenanigans,
the great
and
other
then
gets desperate and
and,
just hires somebody to do it.
and then time traveling Bran hops into summer to defend himself?
Yeah,
Zach, you've cracked it. That's it.
that's the theory.
That's it. There it is.
That's the entire theory. Excellent.
No, no, no.
um,
Let's
it
all
is.
relax.
It's almost sort of like Terminator, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
assassin gets sent to strike somebody before they become a major threat to the overarching being that controls the world.
I'm
Is the Song of Ice and Fire just Terminator with a lot of extra steps?
Zach, we can make that theory. And as a matter of fact, I think that is like that fits very. That is another like perspective you can take on on my brand theory. Uh, However, I'm not going to say that there's no time travel in this theory, but there is only the background level of time travel in this theory.
That's that's good to know.
Yes.
I was trying to figure out who Bran was going to have to fuck to create Jon Snow to be Azor Ahai. If we're going by the Terminator logic here.
Uh,
When you think
I
about it,
fell in love with you as soon as I saw your
when you think
photograph.
about it, the Terminator is a movie about a man sending his best
Doing your
friend
mom,
back in
doing your
time to
mom.
fuck his mom.
Yes, I got there.
Buddy, you have a very important mission. I need you to fuck my mom.
Doing your mom, doing your mom.
It's the drums at the beginning of Terminator. It's a famous thing, right? It's do your mom, do your mom.
Somebody clip that, please. uh, Zach, no. Furthermore, you have described the plot of Back to the Future. Furthermore,
Well, that's doing my mom, but like,
excuse me.
uh, and then erasing myself from time by doing so.
um,
That's also
I,
what will happen to time traveling.
to make sure that you're not barking up the wrong tree too far. Uh this is not a cat's paw exclusive theory. This is just the place that
Interesting.
we're going to start. I would also like to offer you a hint.
Sure.
We have been talking with our random internet friend,
Yeah,
as you may know, and that has gotten me thinking in some Littlefingery directions.
that's kind of where I was thinking that would go.
Mm-hmm.
So Littlefinger has some experience with messing with children because he's got his sweet Robin there. He's got sweet Robin who is feeding some poison
This is
at
factual.
all
That
times.
that whole plot is flippin' wild.
It's crazy how much horrible shit Littlefinger does and just sort of like plays it off like he's entirely justified.
Yeah, he plays it like he's not absolutely crazy.
Yeah, yeah. He is doing completely horrible, irrational things. And he's just like, yeah, this is what I have to do. Almost sort of Walter White in that regard. Uh, so,
WIGHT.
of course, yes. Uh,
Okay.
um, Littlefinger. So he has Sansa there, with him, under the guise of Elaine Stone, if I'm remembering my Feast for Crows properly. Elaine's Feast and not Dance, right?
Yes.
Okay. Um, and uh, he quote unquote rescued her from being captured after Joffrey's death at his wedding, which he
Uh
may have himself had a hand in.
ding. Yes, that's a ding. Uh Joffrey Baratheon dies at the Purple Wedding. This is a bit of a return to form for me because these are all going to seem real disconnected until they connect. Yeah.
Been a while since you've presented something so scattershot. Hmm.
I'm excited about this one. You were very close to another one from two directions. Can you link Elaine to the Purple Wedding?
That was actually where I was going. I was
Yeah,
surprised I got a ding on the way. It was Sir Dantos who took her there,
very correct.
who was the in the employ of Littlefinger, and also genuinely thought he was helping Sansa and wanted to, and like was fully convinced he was the good guy, right up until Littlefinger murders him,
Sir Dantos, a conspirator at the Purple Wedding, is assassinated by Petyr Baelish.
closing up a loose end.
Ooh, Zach, that's a good turn of phrase to keep in mind.
That is kind
With
of well, like that's such a Littlefinger thing, right? Like he plays his cards so close to his chest, uh, and that is like it's what makes him such a fascinating, compelling character. Uh, there are people in the Song of Ice and Fire universe who get away with basically being known murderers.
these are
Uh,
facts.
like Tywin Lannister, like has a famous song about the time he committed war crimes against entire like families of people.
Yeah, people sing that at parties.
Yeah, people like when he killed House Rain, like children drowned horribly. Well, I mean, like everybody did, but like women and children, people who are completely innocent of the conflict, died a horrifying death, and people sing that at parties.
Uh, that shit's wild. Like,
Yeah,
hold on, what's a comparison that's not too recent?
it's like Jonestown, maybe.
Right,
Like
like yeah, this
if somebody made the Jonestown bop, you'd be horrified.
but
But
that's what they did, and this was like 20 years ago.
yeah, yeah, this was within living memory. Like people who were like married into those families, like the wives there were from like different houses.
Yeah,
Those kids were like the grandchildren of people who are still alive,
yeah.
and they're just like uh, and who are you? The proud lord said that I must bow so low.
Said a guy who wanted a lower tax rate. Jesus.
Yeah, yes. Uh, so like you can to some extent get away with stuff like that in Westeros.
Yeah.
And obviously like uh it's not like you shouldn't make a habit of it, but there's some like and like also we've seen multiple times there's other ways to get rid of uh your loose ends that aren't as clean. You can like falsely accuse people of crimes and execute them. This happens a lot in the books to main characters even.
Yeah, yeah, we'll give that a ding.
This is Tyrion's trial.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. You can also send people off to the wall and just be like, oh, you can tell the truth up there, but it's not going to get back here, hopefully. But like Littlefinger goes a step above and he like disappears people like KGB, CIA during the Cold War style.
Yeah. All right, Zach. Talk to me. No, I'm gonna let you riff. I'm gonna let you riff for a couple minutes here, because
Yeah.
I want to see if we start. I want to see if you step on one of the correct buttons here.
So there's a lot of Tyrion here too.
Mm-hmm.
And Tyrion, of course, is the person who gets accused by Littlefinger of sending the cat's paw.
Correct.
He completely like says, "Oh, that dagger belonged to Tyrion Lannister," which instigates the entire like prelude to the War of the Five Kings. Is that uh, Cat and Lysa, who of course is working for Littlefinger, uh, arrest Tyrion and put him on trial there for the attack on Bran. Of course, this is not a theory or anything. Like this is like it's pretty well known. Petyr Baelish was instigating all the things that led towards the outbreak of war because he wanted a conflict between the Starks and the Lannisters at the very least, uh, with as much like of a mess as it could be, pretty much.
Yes.
Chaos is a ladder, as he famously said says in the show. Uh, Interesting. So it's weird that Tyrion being accused didn't get a ding.
Oh, Tyrion is right up here.
No, no, no. Tyrion being accused the other time of being behind Bran's assassination.
Uh. Oh, yes, yes. I'm sorry. Yeah, ding. Yeah, my bad. Yeah. Uh. Uh. Many people think that Tyrion sent the cat's paw because, in part, of Lysa Arryn.
Yes, in Littlefinger.
Yeah.
Uh, it might be. I might also be. This is a problem of. I have. It's been a little bit since I've re-listened to the first book, and in that time, I have rewatched many scenes from the first season of the show. So if I conflate show lore with book lore, I apologize. That is the territory that we're in. uh, I still haven't finished my re-listen of A Clash of Kings, which is going on. By the way, if you hear somebody laughing maniacally in the background, that's my roommate. Uh,
You had the
um,
opportunity to say anyone in the world. If you hear
what
somebody
was that?
laughing, if you hear somebody laughing in the background, that is Mary Tyler Moore.
Mary, yes. They didn't say who my roommate is.
That's, you know what, you're not wrong.
It's Leonardo DiCaprio. Uh, that's not true. I'm too old to live with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh no! Oh no! No, Zach, hit the button! No!
Uh,
No! Zach,
what? Is it
no!
wrong to say I'm older than 25?
No! Hit the button! Really
Uh,
punching down on Leo right now.
how could we ever punch down on Leo?
go, go ahead, continue.
Where are we punching him down into? The Atlantic Ocean?
Oh my god.
Uh,
There's nothing I fear. Zach, please continue.
I was gonna go on a whole sidetrack about how I was at a bar last night and they were playing Titanic, and me and all my friends were making fun of it the whole time, while also praising it because it's a very good movie.
Oh, this video
Uh,
is a disaster.
this much like the Titanic. This video is a disaster. Uh,
I learned the
it,
I learned the etymology of the word disaster recently.
really
Yeah, aster comes from the, I think, Latin astra, astra, meaning stars. So disaster means your stars are bad. You have it's a synonym for bad luck.
interesting.
Yeah,
That's cool.
isn't that neat?
By the way, if you start playing "My Heart Will Go On" underneath the video right now, it syncs up with the rest of the theory. Uh,
As a matter of fact, if you start watching Titanic at the beginning of our first video, and you sync them all up perfectly, we'll get a lot more engagement.
uh, all right.
Yeah.
So
Zach, would you like a card?
let me pull on one more thread here.
Sure.
Ned Stark
Ooh.
is like full on betrayed by Littlefinger. He puts a lot of trust in him, which Littlefinger does tell him not to do, at the very least in the show, if not the book.
In one of the
Uh,
best lines in the show.
yeah, I did warn you not to trust me. Uh, like he is responsible for bringing down Ned's coup, which had a good chance of succeeding otherwise,
Mm-hmm.
and that directly leads to Ned being executed at the end of Game of Thrones, which is the major escalation that makes the War of Five Kings go from something that could have been a small regional conflict to something that's going to append the entirety of the Westerosi continent. Not that the Baratheon stuff wasn't already like burning, but that like made a lot more legitimate the claims that Stannis and Renly are going to make that they would be better suited to rule, uh, and they are the correct heirs. But that's always sort of implicit when you're fighting violently for something like that. Does that get me anywhere?
No, there's no dings there.
Interesting.
I believe that nothing I have actually. Well, I do have one. Ned Stark does appear in this theory once, but nowhere in any of those sentences.
Julier.
Yes.
Huh.
Would you like me to roll, or would you like me to give you
Yeah,
the Ned
go ahead and
Stark?
roll. Deal me a card.
Okay, hang on. I am rolling. I am rolling. You have earned a 3. Uh 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 Penny travels with a pig named Pretty Pig and a dog named Crunch.
What? Huh. Is Penny a Littlefinger spy? Because Penny's there at the Purple Wedding.
Penny jousts.
She's part of the entertainment with her brother, who was
Ding.
later killed, but this is mistaken for Tyrion.
Hold on. Penny jousts at the wedding of Joffrey and Margaery. Penny jousts at the wedding of Joffrey and Marjorie.
Interesting.
Uh,
Yeah, she is there.
Oppo, Penny's brother, rode the pig. While Penny Penny rode the dog. Perfect. I'm actually gonna do one of these. I'm gonna grab this. You're all gonna see the universe bleeding through in the back for just a moment. Just a moment. Don't pay attention to it. Don't pay attention to it. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. It's gone. It's on. It's on. Calm down.
Well, if you
Calm down.
make the if you
It's
make
fine.
the right click, the background color black, then it like yeah, you can move it and it'll never have the universe bleed through.
Zach, I do refuse to ever learn anything.
That's true. You sure don't like learning.
And you got another ding there, right?
I did.
Yes. Oppo is killed in Volantis for the reward offered by Cersei's bounty.
Interesting.
And these, of course, are all connected down here.
Yeah. So Penny and Littlefinger hired the Penny and them.
Interesting.
That's that whole thing was arranged by Littlefinger. Most people assume it's a distraction.
Hold on. Now here's the rub.
Mm-hmm.
Littlefinger did not hire them. Do you know who did? Expand that. Not Littlefinger.
Did Atlanta hire them?
No,
Remember.
no. Say the words. A Littlefinger agent.
A Littlefinger agent?
Ding.
Okay.
Littlefinger didn't hire them. However, yes, here we are. Oppo and Penny were hired by a man named Oswell to entertain the guests at the wedding, at the Purple Wedding. And Zach, you are not going to believe me when I say that I'm pretty sure that the theory that I'm about to deliver is original.
Interesting.
Because once we get there, you'll hit a tipping point pretty soon. And it's gonna feel really wild when you get there. And then a little bit later, this is from Sansa's perspective. We learn Oswell Kettleblack had been in the service of Lord Petyr Baelish for a long time.
So I've heard the Kettlebacks are Petyr Baelish's like personal crew of like henchmen before.
Oswell Kettleblack is the father of Osfried, Osmond, and Osney. This man, that Osney is an ugly name. This I'm gonna put this down in the corner because it's not relevant. But my God, is it interesting? And my God, did I not know that?
Isn't Osney Kettleblack one of the people that Cersei's sleeping with?
Correct. It's not. This is not relevant to this particular theory, but I
Part of your mission. Part of your mission. Fuck Cersei Lannister. Like is that a like, she sucks. We gotta get rid of her. Or is that like a like is that fuck a verb there? Like what? Yes, yes to both of these things.
Zach, there's one more little section.
Coitus Salada.
Coitus is a ladder. Instead of playing over John climbing the wall, it plays over John boning Egret. Oh man. Okay. Zach, what are we doing here? What
This
are
is
we
a
doing?
very good question. This is so. There's a lot going on here. So
I have a collection, by the way, of 4 closely related thematic clues, none of which you've touched on. Just and those are going to go over in this section on the left here.
closely related thematic clues.
Correct. So like often I will have clues that demonstrate precedent for similar things having happened in the future.
Can I try a bank shot here?
Sure.
Tyrion Lannister was last seen a horse.
No.
Uh, that's more of a various thing. Let's see. Um, huh.
I'm gonna let you.
I feel like I'm more lost than I ever was.
Wow. Okay. All right. You want me to throw you a thematic clue?
Please do.
1, 2, 3, or 4.
2.
Sir Uthor the Snail nearly kills Sir Duncan the Tall in a joust. You want another one? You want another one?
Give me 4.
uh, John Aaron's squire was killed by Sir Gregor Clegane.
I've heard this theory before that
Ned Stark implies this was intentional.
yeah. I've heard this before that Petyr Baelish set him up to die just to make it look like more of a conspiracy, and Gregor being the person who did it makes it look even more Lannister, like Lannisters are covering it up, sort of thing.
Yes.
That's but it may have just been the case that Petyr Baelish is set up for him to ride against Gregor, and Gregor just did the job on his own because Gregor Clegane is known for murdering people. And other famous people could get away with murdering people quite easily in Westeros. Gregor Clegane. So, peculiar. There's a tournament theme here too.
There is. Do you remember the story of Sir Uthor the Snail?
As I said, I'm not as well versed on Dunkin' Egg as I ought to be, but
Oh, they're real good. Can I tell you the story of Sir Uthor the Snail?
he's another hedge knight, right?
He is another hedge knight. Yes. He describes himself as a tourney knight. Um Daemon the Second takes something of a fanciful liking to Sir Duncan. And Sir and Daemon the Second's boyfriend pays Sir Uthor to joust, aiming for Dunk's head, attempting to kill him.
Is this the same tournament with the Dragon Egg and the Mystery Knight?
That is that same tournament, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
with where there's gonna be a Blackfire appearance.
correct.
Interesting.
But again, these ones over here, these are thematically connected. There aren't Blackfires in this theory. Calm down.
It's always fun when the Blackfires make an appearance on theory.
You want another one?
Yeah, I'll take
In,
it.
in Fire and Blood, Sir Criston Cole kills Sir Joffrey Lonmouth in a joust.
I presume the last thematically appropriate one is also a death at attorney.
The last thematically connected one is a little bit different.
Hit me with it.
Mandon Moore tries to kill Tyrion
I almost brought this up earlier.
at the Battle of the Blackwater.
I was going to mention that was a Cersei move.
You can go. Yeah, you can stay here. That's fine.
Saved by Pod the Rod.
It's definitely implied that this is a Cersei move.
It's never explicitly stated.
Correct.
But most things like that are never explicitly stated.
Yes.
Huh. Where the fuck is this going?
Can I underline something for you?
Go for it.
I'm going to give the theory away if I underline something. You want me to underline something?
Go for it. Penny jousts. Huh? Okay. Is this the Penny is there to Penny's an assassin, Penny's a Littlefinger employee?
So hold on, I'm going to underline Oswell and Oswell, right? All right, you want me to show sort of point the way I'm going?
I already said
No,
Penny's working for Littlefinger, and you said nothing, so that can't be the theory.
not Penny. This is the thing that brought it all together. Because we learn about this from Penny.
Oh, whoa, oh, that makes so much more sense. He's a loose end.
He is. There it is.
Oppo,
That's the theory.
Oppo was meant to be was in on it.
Yeah.
In on the assassination.
Yeah. And
was killed for being a loose end.
He was supposed. You ready for this?
Uh-huh.
He was supposed to kill Tyrion. Because Joffrey kept on insisting that Tyrion at the wedding go and join the dwarf jousters. And
Which he could have ordered him to do.
He did order him to do it. Tyrion refused.
He just refused.
Yes. And in the wonderful scene in the show, that was when Joffrey upturned the glass on his head. I
Yeah.
think that in a scene to mirror um the come on, Tom, in a scene to mirror the lance swap, the swap to the more deadly lances in the Mystery Night in the Third Duncan Egg. I think that Oppo was originally supposed to swap the fake lances that they were using in the fake jousts for a real lance and actually kill Tyrion. And he was later killed. We see this right here. We see this through Penny's perspective. We learn about this through
Yes.
Penny's perspective. Penny assumes that he was killed because of because he was a dwarf.
Yeah.
But he was killed in Volantis. They killed him in Volantis and brought him back 1,500 miles?
And also, like, it happened relatively quickly after Tyrion's escape.
It sure did. It happened less than a week and a half maybe after Tyrion arrived
Did
in.
word travel that fast? Because we
Yeah.
know, like, uh Dany isn't that far from. Wait, where's Dany at when she hears that Robert Baratheon is dead? Because she
Mm,
hears that way late.
she does. I think she's already in Meereen.
No,
No, she's
it's
in
before
Karth.
she's a Marine.
She's in Karth. Yeah.
It's either before she gets to Karth or when she's a Karth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
I remember who it is. It's Kohoro Mo, the captain of the
yeah.
Cinnamon Wind, who tells her. Yeah.
Yes. Cinnamon Wind comes and tells her, "Hey, Robert Baratheon's dead," and she like that is months old information at that point. How does Volantis find out about a bounty on Tyrion a week and a half after it happens?
Yeah, dude. I think that Oppo was hired to kill Tyrion. They were, I mean, it says,
Opportunistically, have him die at the wedding as well.
yes,
Two birds, one stone.
because
Uh,
he's one of the last people alive. Because Petyr seeded this story with Catelyn that it was um, Tyrion's dagger that
yeah,
was used to kill. And the only person who knows that that's false, the only two people are Petyr and Tyrion. I think that Petyr wanted Tyrion dead at the Purple Wedding and was planning on killing him in the joust.
yeah.
Loose ends.
That makes perfect sense. Uh, and Penny's the younger sibling, right? Appo's
Yes.
older.
Yep. Penny is
Yeah,
younger,
and Penny's
described
sort
as
of like
quite like
young
innocent
and
and yeah.
naive.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Appo might be the more opportunistic one, and we already know like people who perform shows like that. Varys famously often dabble in intrigue.
Yeah.
So, huh?
There it is. Yeah, that's the theory.
That, that's that's a entirely believable, good theory that I don't think I've ever heard before.
Right? I wasn't able to find this anywhere. Um I mean, and like it's not really that many steps, right? I mean, Oppo and Penny were hired indirectly. Oppo and Penny were hired by Oswell. Oswell is working for Littlefinger. We can assume, because Littlefinger is Littlefinger, that he wouldn't use one of his personal spies to hire uh, to hire wedding entertainment unless he was planning on using it for something.
Yeah,
Yeah, full stop. That's it.
yeah, yeah.
And like I
And
can't.
people mentioned Littlefinger hiring that as like a necessary distraction, so that something can happen at the wedding. But that's not necessarily like anything could have been a distraction. He very specifically then that like people say well, that like causes a immediate like argument between the two, but it also like predictably causes Joffrey to like say go join them, which if was the case, they could set up an accident.
A-
Uh, Two
And
birds, one stone.
and I suspect a necessary partner to this theory is that Littlefinger seeded in Joffrey's head that he should insist that Tyrion do that. You know it would be funny, you're great. I hired these dwarf jousters. It sure would be funny if your uncle was made to joust with them.
Yeah, it would be a real knee slapper there,
It'd
Your
be a real
Grace.
laugh. I That's
Be
exactly the kind of thing he would do.
it'd be a whole old hootenanny there, Your Grace.
Yeah.
Uh,
I kind of like it. I kind of like it. I think that I couldn't find anyone who's ever said this before, and like it's not that many steps. Oppo and Penny are hired by the one of the personal spies, a deep cover personal spy, given what the Kettleblacks are doing. To
yeah,
they're hired by him. Why would he hire them if not for a some political purpose? And
yeah.
and then Oppo is killed in a seemingly unrelated freak event. No, I don't buy it. He was killed for a reason. He was killed by Petyr for a reason, for his involvement in the Purple Wedding. But Penny wasn't, which means Oppo was doing something that Penny wasn't. I think Oppo was going to kill Tyrion.
Believe it. There's very little reason not to believe that.
Right,
Actually, like,
right. This is well, not to cast aspersion, but there's better evidence for this than half the Purple Wedding theories out there.
yeah, yeah, 100%.
uh,
And like we know that Tyrion dying was part of Littlefinger's goal, right? Because he wants to end up with Sansa. That can't happen if Tyrion is alive and well.
yeah,
Uh, Hell, killing off Oppo is two birds with one stone, in that it ties up a loose end, and then he can pretend it's Tyrion if he wants to. Uh,
I also added the bit about Mandon Moore because there's some amount of question in the books about who sent Mandon Moore.
yeah,
Tyrion assumes that it's Cersei, but he assumes a lot of things are Cersei, and
and
that
then Cersei assumes a lot of things are Tyrion. In a
yeah,
lot of cases, they're not.
yes. They both assume that the other is out to get them 100% of the time. When
When
in re-
multiple people are out to get the both of them,
yes, exactly.
as happens when you're in a position of power in Westeros.
Did Mandon Moore was Mandon Moore hired by Littlefinger? Question mark. I've seen that before. Some
I've
people have
seen that
speculated that.
before.
Yes. Uh
I don't believe it, but I don't disbelieve it either. I don't think there's enough compelling evidence in any direction to say who Manamore was hired by. Cersei's not a bad guess.
yes.
Uh,
Like that does seem to be the default, right?
yeah,
It's not like the cat's paw where there really isn't a default. There's not a likely culprit. Um there's just like people in universe speculating about it. But with that one, Cersei's the kind of the default for sure.
yeah,
Zach, that's the theory.
interesting.
That's it. I think we're
I
done.
I think so.
It's a little bit of a wild one, but I mean it kind of tracks.
And I like now that I'm looking at it, like it's the full picture. Like, yeah, that makes complete sense.
Yeah, Oppo tried to kill Tyrion. Oppo tried to kill Tyrion. Now,
Yeah,
but now
little
now
finger tried to take care of both of his Lannister problems at the same time.
now we have to ask another question, and we're gonna leave it on this question. If Oppo was trying to kill Tyrion, it sure is one hell of a coincidence that Penny and Tyrion met.
That's another thought I had.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
That's
is a little bit weird.
that's one hell of a coincidence. Now it could just be a coincidence, right? Like they were both trying to escape the Seven Kingdoms and there's only like 8 cities and let's be honest, they stick out. It's not that unlikely that they would run into each other. Uh, but it's some long odds for sure.
Yeah,
I would be interested. Maybe we do a why on that. Why were Tyrion and Penny in the same place? Hmm.
yeah. There could be an innocent explanation, but it would be weird if I ended up buddying up with the sibling of somebody who may or may not have been part of a plot to assassinate me.
Yes, exactly.
I guess
And
that's a theory built on top of this theory, but like we've got a good foundation for it. And once you believe this theory, you have to ask that question.
and yeah, it's weird for Penny. It would be really weird if she just happened to start hanging out with the person her brother was supposed to kill.
Yeah,
And like neither of them has any knowledge of the rest of these events. They just happened to be together. Maybe we can get like some Varys in there. Was Varys trying to bring them together to expose this little plot?
that
Or
because
or
Varys
or
says
is
yeah is pushing them in the same direction
or
because
is
they end up meeting young Griff.
or is Penny still working for Littlefinger? I don't know. I don't know. We can have
Maybe Penny's a
yeah,
double agent, and
yeah.
the
Maybe
whole like young and naive thing is a
yeah.
play.
Maybe that's an
Which,
act.
man, by the way, would that break Tyrion?
Yeah, it sure would. Because
Pe-
because
Penny's
he
innocence is like the only thing like
that's
keeping him
whole
sane.
that is keeping him stable in the fifth book. Stable. We're really stretching with the word stable there. Okay,
Yeah,
that's what's
but like,
keeping him
he's
off.
able to see her
Yeah,
like relative naivete and innocence, and like it's almost sort of an anchor to him. Like
yeah.
there's somebody in the world who is as simple as she looks. If she's a double agent working for Littlefinger and Varys, whew,
Oh boy. And on that happy note, Zach,
you're
thank you for
losing
joining me.
them. Thank you for presenting this theory. You have a good night, everyone, and
Goodbye.
or morning, whatever time it is.
Have
Bye.
a have a good never-ending twilight. Goodbye.